Hello Brad, we've got the transmission out of your pickup truck that you brought in to us. This is what it looks like when it's all apart. I'll go over some things with you, and Eric or Amanda will contact you, and we'll go from there. So first, you can see the color of the oil. It's dark brown. That's an indication of some pretty severe heat. The low reverse seal, this should be a rubber seal, and it's gotten so hot that it's actually brittle. You can see how it just breaks. That should be obviously rubberized. There's also a lube filter that half of it's missing, so that's obviously not going to work very well the way it is either. The clutches themselves, this is the reverse clutch, reverse input. This is what it should look like. You have lining here, and the steel plate is a uniform color, no slippage there. When we look at the low reverse clutches, so this pack is the low reverse clutch, and you can see that the material is coming off of the clutch. It's almost down to steel backing. That's usually an indication of moisture in there. This overrun clutch has the same problem. If you look at that side, you can see these lines that go across, but look at this side, it's actually smooth across the face. That's because that clutch material has flaked off. The 3/4 clutch, this one here, it hasn't flaked, but the clutch has been slipping. You can see the leopard spotting on the steel plate here, and this is what the clutch should look like, which is sort of a dark brown, and these ones have been slipping, so they're blackened. This is our forward clutch, and the plates themselves are worn down, and you got the same situation here where you've got no lining left on that side. So this is what it should look like, but again on this side there's no lining left there at all. These accumulator pistons, what the problem is this bore here, this pin goes through there, and it's actually worn inside the bore, so all three of these pistons are worn out. If we look at the rear planetary, you can see the chipping on the teeth, so it's hard for the camera to pick it up, I think, but none of these dents or grooves should be there. And the problem is that you see how I can rock that gear back and forth? That should be tight. There's needle bearings going up and down here. There should be no play there, so this planetary is no good. Metal from that has damaged this surface here. This is where the case bushing goes. And in our valve body, there are going to be a bunch of valves that are probably sticky, but there are some modifications that we'll do to the valve body. This is the valve body here. This is the band that comes on for second and fourth. You can see the pitting there. It's burnt, and that material is flaked off, so obviously this band is no good either. The new band that we're going to put in, this surface is actually wire, so it sticks out to about here, and instead of this lining, it'll be a dark green, like a high energy lining. And then the 3/4 clutches, which are these guys here, we're going to put in a commercial kit which increases the amount of friction area. So if you take this friction plus this friction side and multiply by how many clutches are inside that pack, that gives you your sort of the strength of the clutch. And so by adding more surface area, it's just like on a standard where you have more surface area equals the clutch is less likely to slip. So the sun gears, the camera is probably not going to pick it up, but there's pitting down inside the gears. The reverse one is easier for it to see. So where my finger is here, there's a pretty big pit, but again, the camera probably won't pick up on that, but it's obviously, it's very evident when you look at it, in life. So the pump is a little bit rough, but it looks like we should be able to polish it, and it should be okay. And a lot of the bushings are rough as well. There's been some scoring. So on this shell, there's some scoring on this washer as well. That's going to be some of the metal that was running around inside the unit. So as I said, the transmission, we're going to have to put in some extra pieces, like better pieces, like on the band and the 3/4 clutch. We'll do some valve body modifications, so some stuff here, drilling out some holes in this separator blade to increase some flow there, and anything that's scored or pitted, as in, you know, this gear tray here. I mean, that's going to have to be replaced. So now you see what the inside of the transmission looks like, and we'll go from there. Thanks.